Now let's sell some assets. We're in the Administer Assets section, and we're going to sell assets, and assets here is shorthand for everything other than investments and chattels, which have their own sections, as we know. So sell assets. So this tells us, this comes up and tells us what we've got, reminds us a bit about it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to sell Skyfall. Again, you might want to, this first column, grant lodged or marketed, is just a progress update for you. But what is important, particularly with real property or any asset which you're selling, you have to put the date of exchange, because of course that is the date on which you're deemed to dispose of it for capital gains tax. So I am going to say that this was disposed of on the 3rd of April 16. There we are. And we received the money on the 30th of April 16. And the amount that we got, now this is net proceeds, okay, so this is after all expenses. And I did wonder whether to have a gross proceeds and then have all of the expenses recorded separately, but that's quite a lot of extra fiddling about in the main set of accounts, and very often if your conveyancing colleagues have been dealing with the sale, they will produce a completion statement anyway, which gives you a final sum, and so that's the number that I would probably put in here, and then you can append the completion statement to your accounts or produce it to the executors separately if they want detail on how that figure is arrived at. So here we've got 2,750, and it's come into an account, which one that says Blofeld. Well, it will come into client, but I'm just going to stick it straight onto deposit. If you wanted to do the exact correct steps, of course you pay it into client, and then you would do a transfer from client to deposit using the collect or transfer cash option. So that is a sale of assets, and I'm going to, okay, so contracts for sale of real property took place on 30th of April 2016. Was this a residential property? Well, yes, it was. So we put yes. And that is because there are different rates of CGT for residential property and commercial property. So that is selling an asset.